Yes, you are welcome to the today's occasion of the birthday of this Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, and we are celebrating it because he did a lot of work around about more than 30 years what he said in the teaching profession, and this day is commemorate in his in the birthday, and we can say the Teachers' Day. So with this, we would like to start our thing. But before I could start the thing, let me share something which I want to share it because I was irrelevant to, and I was irresistible to share that thing which I want to say here is, yeah, where it is gone. I already opened the file. Yeah. And I believe that you could see that what I pasted on the screen. Is it? Say
Mm,
yes.
yeah.
Namaskar to each and everybody. Assalamu alaikum and pranam. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Shakshat Vara Brahma, Tasmai Si Guruve Namaha. With this, I would like to start my today's session, and our square team will be there and they will ask me. Now, the first and foremost that I would like to request, stop sharing, request our Kolikanda Sharad Babu, please express your views, please.
So, good evening, one and all,
Good evening.
and happy Teachers' Day. We all have teachers behind us, and we owe our position, whatever we are, to the great teachers that inspired us, that taught us, and that groomed us. Because of them only, we are in this position and this situation and enjoying some benefits from the society. And this day in 1888, on this day, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was born in Tirutani. He was a Telugu person, and he became an eminent person because of his earning of vast knowledge that he acquired from his own teachers. And he rose to the position of professor of philosophy first, and he worked as vice chancellor for prestigious universities like Kolkata University, Andhra University, and he was also a visiting professor to many foreign universities. Before becoming the first vice president of India, he was also ambassador to USSR, and the great Stalin met him and talked to him even his personal matters. And at some point of time, while expressing his personal feelings, he even wept. And such was the close association of Radhakrishnan with Stalin. We all know how a strong leader Stalin was. He never used to meet people, but Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was such an sympathetic person and affectionate person with whom even great leaders, whom we sometimes call dictators, I don't agree with the term, but even such persons were able to meet him. When he worked as vice chancellor of some universities, he is known how democratically he worked there. That spirit was there in him when he worked as vice chancellor. When he worked as vice chancellor in Kolkata University, government for some reason it wanted to put a police picket there, but Radhakrishnan vehemently opposed it, and he warned even that he would resign if the picket continued. Then the government withdrew its decision and took out the police picket from there. And one more incident is the government wanted to prohibit the works of some writers like Marx, Lenin, and Engels in the university, and it prohibited. But he opposed it and forced the government to withdraw its decision to prohibit the works of Marx, Lenin, and Engels. So, what we know from these incidents is there was democratic spirit in him. What a tactical vice chancellor was he, how he worked there, how he commanded respect and love from his students. And from Calcutta University was transferred to some other university in India. The students with great respect and affection, they pulled him in the horse cart from his apartment or from his residence to the railway station. They showed their love and affection to their teacher, that is Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. And he also worked as Vice Chancellor of Andhra University for a few years. And later he became ambassador. And when students came to him and asked and requested to celebrate his birthday, he advised them not to celebrate his birthday, but instead celebrate his birthday as Teachers' Day. So that shows how he valued the services of teachers. And we all know the role of how important the role of a teacher is. Even great leaders like Alexander the Great had a great teacher in Aristotle, and Arjuna also had a great teacher in Dronacharya in archery. The value of a teacher is known even in his absence. With respect, Ekalavya, who was denied the tutelage by Drona because of his caste, he put an idol that he made with clay of Drona and put it there and practiced archery, and he became even greater archer than Arjuna. So every great person has a teacher behind him.
Time factor.
So now I want to say one thing. The present day teachers have a great responsibility upon them in educating the students with their knowledge and with their character. So if they have great character, then they can inspire the students and they can be ideal to their students, and the students follow in their teachers' footsteps. So teachers nowadays must update their knowledge, because one who does not update their knowledge, they will definitely lag back. They have to stand behind others. So teachers must update their knowledge and be a model to students. Then that is the role of a teacher, and a teacher's role in the society is pivotal for the development of society as well as the country. So once again, wishing you a happy Teachers' Day. This is Sarath Babu taking leave from you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Korikanda Sharath Babu, for your views which you expressed in it. Now, I will request Dr. Rega Surya Rao. Are you there? Rega Surya Rao. Rega Surya Rao, are you present? Because I could see you. Rega Surya Rao, I could see you. Are you present? Of course, he is not making. Veranad, continue it.
Good
So
evening.
now I'm requesting the Venunath. Venunath, are you present?
Yes, yes,
Say
yes.
yes.
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Say loudly. I could not hear you.
I'm present. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Venunath is R. Srimalla, is an advocate in the High Court, Bombay, and is the president of HR, admin, and corporate affairs, legal reputed infra company, and he is having a lot of experience in the HRM as well as advocate, and he was my student when I was the principal at the Akhila Bharati Kalafra. Now switch on to the Sir Venunath to give your opinion on the Teachers' Day, please.
Good evening to everyone. First of
Say
all,
loudly.
I'm coming, sir. Good evening to everyone. Happy Teachers' Days to everyone, all the teachers here in this class. One thing, I will not speak much because
Only 4 minutes to wind out.
yeah. The earlier speaker, he said everything about Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishna. So I don't have to say anything more than that. So what I say to all the teachers is that the teachers are the main person who builds the career of a student, and the students should respect the teachers, and the teachers should upgrade the knowledge. As sir already said, they should upgrade the knowledge. They should know whatever teaching they're doing, they should know up to the mark, and nothing more than that, because teachers are teachers, they know everything. That's what I feel. Thank you very much.
Okay, that is a very nice in short and sweet manner that S.R. Venunath, who was my student, has dealt it now. But 5761623346, please always join with your name so that I could know that who are you. Can you say your name, please? If you are hearing me, 5761623346. That's my meeting number. You join with that meeting number. Are you hearing me?
That's how he shows respect to you.
No, not like that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Even Rega Surya Rao, are you present? Rega Surya Rao, are you present?
Please ask him to unmute.
Oh, I told him because he know. I know. Unmute. You can unmute and speak. Otherwise, I could not hear you. You can on your camera also.
The professor to unmute it, sir.
Yeah, no. If I unmute also doesn't matter because he has to do it. Acha, who is this Sri Nu Doctor 62? May I know the full name, please?
Yes, sir. He participated in JCJ also. Professor,
I want to know his name so that I could give the chance to him.
Sir, good afternoon. Good evening, sir. Am I visible to you, sir?
Did you you did not on your video?
Okay, sir. Guru Gariki Teachers Day Subhakankshalu. I am Dr. M. Srinivas, your student at Adarsh.
Okay. Now you are in a dark. Now I could see you.
Yes, sir.
You on your yes. That is a good. On your front light, not back light.
Good evening, Mr. Sirimalla Velunath, my good old friend. How are you?
You off your back door light. Back light you should off it and keep in front. If you have, keep it in front. Otherwise, no matter. You can continue it.
Sir, on the occasion of this Teachers' Day, I would like to
Please.
thank all the teachers who taught me from the primary school to this legal education, and my special thanks to my mentor and guide, Dr. Professor Saheb Hussain, who was the principal at the time of my pursuing the LLB at Akhila Bharati Law College, Warangal. I also congratulate the remaining teachers. I think the Rega Surya Rao and Sharad Babu are also teachers teaching somewhere else. Nothing more to speak, sir. Just like I would like to thank you for inspiring me, and because of your teaching only, I got the step into the University College of Law, and I am teaching the students with your inspiration only, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you once again.
Yes, M. Srinivas, I am very much thankful to you that you expressed your opinion. Then, Rega Surya Rao, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, now I will switch out to the Rega Surya Rao, and I believe that everybody knows Rega Surya Rao, and now I will share him. Then Rega Surya Rao, you can start it now. I will show your slide also.
Distinguished
personalities of the day. At the very outset, I express my heartfelt congratulations on eve of Teachers' Day. Very happy Teachers' Day, dear friends. Today, I wish to speak few words about the most auspicious day, that is Teachers' Day. As we all know, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, teacher is the chief architect of youth's career. Particularly in primary education and secondary education, a teacher plays predominant role. Whether the child has to leave for the neighboring city for higher education or remain in the agricultural fields or neighboring town as a laborer, child labor is left to the discretion of the teacher. Today, teachers are playing predominant role in molding the bright career of the students. The so-called recent emergence of these schools, Chaitanya or corporate schools, are obvious evidence how the teachers are playing predominant role. If the child is admitted there, a child who is the parent is doubtful whether child will be able to get through 10th standard examination. Such child is admitted in such school. The teachers are making untiring efforts to bring out the career of the students, and they are molded as wonderful doctors, engineers, and getting abroad chances. And not only that, their parents are happy, even poor parents are happy. It is the role being played by the teacher. Particularly, the role of a teacher has is shouldered, the career of the youth is shouldered with the so-called a teacher. That is the significance of the teacher. One more thing is, teaching profession is noble profession. According to me, not only the teaching profession, which is any profession which is designed for dharma, sincerity, honesty, and integrity, such profession can be regarded as noble profession. Among all danas, annadana is the greatest, but it is said that this vidyadana is greater than annadana, is what some distinguished personalities speak out. Thank you very much for having given me this opportunity to Saheb Hussain. Thank you all. Very happy Teachers' Day. Thanking you all.
Yes,
you, sir.
yes,
Thank you very
Professor
much.
Dr. Rekha Surya Rao, that he wrote the several books I have shown on the slide. Only the few of them is there, and they are published by the Asia Law House mostly, and they are translated to other languages also. And now I can move on to, let me see that who are the present who are here, so that we could continue our today's session. Yes. I saw Madhar Sahab also present. Madhar Sahab, are you hearing me? Dr. Madhar Sahab, are you hearing me?
I'm able to hear, sir.
Yes, you can on your video and you can express your views regarding that today's Teachers' Day.
Okay, sir. Let's try.
Camera. Please continue.
Yeah, wait.
Dr. Madhar Sahab, he was a retired lecturer. If I may not be mistaken, it is a political science, is it?
Yes.
Yes, please express your views on the today's function. Are you?
Just now, Rega sir has told that about the teaching of profession in this. It's totally say.
On your video.
Hello.
On your video. There is a video button is there, just click on it, and just before you click on it, I could see your video. Okay, continue it, no problem, continue it. You continue it, meanwhile somebody will help you.
Yeah. Teachers means they are blessed to the people, and teacher is totally gives knowledge, in-depth knowledge about all the subjects. Moreover, the lecturer gives information. There's a lot of difference between teacher and the lecturer. The lecturer will give the only lecture, but whereas the teacher will inculcate the entire information to the students. so that there's a lot of good explanation. Always be positive teachers, and teacher role model should be students to the society and as well as to students also. And physical appearance also very good, like you, like our Professor Hussain Saheb. And physical appearance also very good. Moreover, a good teacher will talk, but whereas an excellent teacher can explain, and some teachers they will inspire. That's the most important, particularly as a teacher in professions. Then they should be kind to all, because they should not be create any linguistic or religious and all these things, because they should be behave very equally to all the students, and they should love the students also in an affectionate manner. They should teach to the students, and moreover, teachers should be have the leadership qualities also, because they should be able to explain about the socio-economic political aspects of the current situations. And moreover, friendly nature also the teachers are is needed, and control over the attitude also, because their behavior and attitude should be very clear and in an affectionate manner to all the students. And moreover, we should alert the students in a proper way. Are you able to listen, sir?
Yes, continue it.
Yeah. And last word is that teacher is like a mother, because teacher can explain everything from childish honor to the lost. And a good teacher is totally like a candle, because he will take a lot of strain, but whereas he will give the light to all the students as well as to the society also. And teacher is a plant, and the planting of seeds to the knowledge that grow forever. So thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Yes, Madam
you,
sir,
Raj.
it's well and good, but I requested the other people also, but I don't know the time factor is concerned. And is there anybody who want to add something? The existence? Vinunda, do you want to add something? Regarao, do you want to say something? Otherwise, I will take the turn. M. Srinivas?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Let me take the turn. So now, before any other people join it, let me say something regarding the quotations of the Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. Teachers should be the best minds in the country. I repeat, teachers should be the best minds in the country. So that is one what I would like to share. Of course, there are other things also there which says about the teachers. Happy Teachers' Day. If there were no teachers, all other professions would not exist. That means any profession, a teacher is a founder. I repeat, any profession, then a teacher is a founder for the profession. The best teachers teach from the heart, not from the book. This is one of my students has sent. And happy Teachers' Day. Teachers don't impact for a year, but for a lifetime. This is one of the key speaker, Dr. Gagandeep Kaur from the Petroleum University. And she's also one of the speaker, and she sent this thing. A literary genius, it is a said, resembles all, though no one resembles him. So unparalleled the teacher role is there. And in the beginning, I recited, even the other peoples also said the same thing. I repeat it when I go back again. Yes. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaram, Guru Shakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. I don't know whether I pronounce it here right way or not. Subject to the correction.
Yes.
So, this is the mode and how a teacher would be. Then next, when we think, we know, we cease to learn. Never think that. And he say, we are just, even Einstein said, I am just collecting the pebbles on the seashore. And it is not, even though his IQ is 160 at the time. And Stephen Hack IQ also 160 at the time. But now there are many people who has beaten them. Intelligent quotient, that means. Teaching is a profession that teaches all the other professions. Just like I told you earlier, a teacher will make the many people the professionals. So the same thing, teaching is the profession that teaches all the other professions. And did you come across any case law on the professional negligence against a teacher? Because law says teaching is not a profession. Of course, people are here, they know more, they know also, please make the correction if I said the wrong. Did you come across any case law where the teacher is filed a case for the negligence? Of course, for the molestation or abuse, there may be. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Good.
We have never come across such a case law against the teacher.
But medical negligence is there, engineering negligence is there, technical negligence is there, but we could not come across. But even I saw the advocate negligence is there at the time the case is filed against them. So the end product of education should be free, creative man who can battle against historical circumstances and adversities of nature. It is the quotation of the Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. But another student has sent to me, a good teachers are the reasons why ordinary students dream of doing extraordinary things. So a teacher will inculcate such a thing in the mind of a student, and always a teacher should be a role model. And it is not the punishment will make the mold the student. By good way of dealing and attitude will mold the students, but not the caning. Because I saw the teacher caned, it is viral, and there is a scar left over there on the body of the student.
As well as on the mind also.
Yes, you are right. Tolerance is a homage which finite mind pays to the inexhaustible of the infinite. So, if till today nobody counted how many GB the mind is having, brain is having. I repeat, till today nobody fathomed or measured how many GBs or gigabytes the memory the mind is having. And we are using, to my knowledge, I think 8 to 10%, subject to the correction. The true teachers are those who help us think for ourselves. I repeat, the true teachers are those who help us think for ourselves. A true teacher will always say, and he wants a student be more than him, the teacher, and then he will feel proud. So, just a minute. Yes. So, it is sent by one of my students. They say, let us remember, one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world. Of course, it's not Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, one of the students has sent me, and it is a Malala Yousafzai.
Malala, the recipient of Nobel Prize.
Yeah. Venuna, do you want to add anything for the Malala?
No, sir, nothing. Continue.
M. Srinivas, do you want to add anything to the Malala?
No, sir.
Okay. A literary genius, it is said, resembles all, though no one resembles him. See, everyone is having one capacity. One is good in one aspect, another is good in another aspect. But when you think that I learnt everything it is not a wise man idea. A literary genius, it is said, resembles all, though no one resembles him. We are alike because the scientific reason also says there in the world at least 7 peoples are alike. But I don't know whether the fingerprints are alike, whether the biometric is alike. Venunath, any comment?
No comments, sir. No comments.
We may
Oh,
resemble
yeah, yes, yeah.
others, sir. We,
Yes,
we
yes.
are not the exact replicas of anyone.
Okay. Now I saw
Sometime back,
Ishmael Singh was present here. Now I will, Professor Dr. Ishmael Singh, are you hearing me? Professor Dr. Ishmael Singh, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now you can on your video so that we could see you and I can share my about your thing also here. I switch over to the Professor Ishmael Singh, sir. And before he could come on the screen, I would like to share his slide so that you could understand and who is he. Yes, now it is, I put it over here, then I'm searching. Okay, this is about all the things. Yes. Now, could you see the screen, Ishmael sir and other participants?
Yes,
Yes.
Sharad Babu, could you read?
Professor Dr. Ashpal Singh, Professor of Engineering, National Awardee 2004, Life Foundation member in India, MD, University, Rohtak, Haryana, India.
And Professor Ishmael Singh sir is very dynamic in the pedagogy as well as in the research methodology. And he is expert in the field of engineering. And Professor, switch over to you. You can on your video, unmute your microphone also. I repeat, Dr. Ishmael Singh sir, I am switch over to you. You can on your video, you can unmute your microphone also.
Okay. Are you hearing me well?
Yes.
Yes, sir,
Yes,
we are
sir.
hearing you.
Good afternoon to all of the professors from the different part of this globe. And
Good
I'm
afternoon,
really
sir.
very happy. Very good afternoon, sir. And I'm very happy to see all of the persons from India, from Tanzania, from other country also. And as I was just observing that the persons are from the different, domains of their area of research and their area of the expertise. I'm really very happy. The professor who has introduced me is just had spoke that I'm the expert and I'm so and so. No, I'm still a teacher, and I feel entire my life I learned the things, and still I'm learning from you all fraternity. And thank you so much to invite me here for observing and seeing these all kind of the very nice arrangement which you have make it. And one thing which I want to share with all of you is that I will be in Hyderabad from 8 to 11 to attend one conference conducted by some MSc group for the sustainable technology. So in case anybody is just belonging from Hyderabad or nearby, he can also contact me. I will be in Taj Mahal Hotel, and perhaps the venue will be same for the conference also. I don't know
Thank you,
where
sir.
it is.
Thank you.
Many times I've been there in Hyderabad, Kataria Hotel. At least twice or three conference they invite me, and they are very nice people. And in the evening they have to use to go to that you can see that big boating and something. And near that there is one shop of jewelry that very good shops are there. I had do the purchasing also. So today the occasion is that 5th of September. We all know that our that President of India,
Sarpalli S. Radhakrishnanji. He was the philosopher and he was the innovator. He was the, you can say, in whatever way you want to see the person. He was having the administrative, all the responsibility when we got freedom from these Britishes. So he made the first ambassador to Russia for the first time. So it was known that on the time who was the president of Russia could not meet me, could not meet anyone in the life, and he never shake the hand to anybody. But he was the man. Sarpalli Radhakrishnan was the man. He was the ambassador, first ambassador to Russia after independence. The person patted on the back and say, yes, I want to make a friend, because in the life he never made the friend. And he took take the hand in the hand of him and say that.
Excuse me,
one day I will
Yashpal
come
sir,
to India.
excuse me. At any time it will stop. If it is stopped over there, then again I will be log on. Please
Okay,
continue.
okay, no problem. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. You are so nice. So on that time, he said that definitely I will come to India. And in my entire life, I did not make any friend, but you, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnanji, you are the one person to whom I like much. And one incident also I would like to share with all of you, that once Sarvapalli Radhakrishnanji went to the library in the New York. He was the biggest library ever on the world. So he just went to the librarian and asked him that, can you bring a philosophical book, best book, which which is stored in your library. So the librarian asked him that, take that book. He pointed out on the book and he took the book. When he opened the first page, to whom this book has been authored, so name was Sarpalli Radhakrishnan. He was the so great man. And we are remembering, I'm not alone, all of the teaching fraternity. And this was the big gift of that gentleman, that even after passing many years of his birthday, so we are celebrating it as a teacher day. And we should be glorified that at least this country, we are able to glorify a true soul of this country, who been the innovator, who been the philosopher, thinker, and the president of India also, and many other government assignment he also got it. One thing which I want to share all of you is that I had gone through the books written by Kalam during the regime. Some Gopalakrishnan, his PA, has written 3 books before he became the president. India 2020, Ignited Mind, and Wings of Fire. One narration is there that during the tenure of the president, the Kalam, did not allow the family member. His brother went there. So after 3-4 days, he said, this is the bangla for the president. So you please go. You are my brother, and you cannot stay more than that here. So he was having, Radhakrishnan was having his living mother. But during that regime, he was the president.
Excuse me, the session will be closed down now, but it will be again on. Up to that extent, the Yashpal sir will continue. Please don't go. I will make it on. Yashpal Singh sir, continue.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, welcome back again, the Yashpal Singh sir. Please continue it, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. It doesn't took,
Still, we do have 50 minutes in your hand.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much. You were so nice. And so that was the great leader. And in Indian politics also, he makes some many historic decisions during the tenure of this president of this country. He was the second president of this country. Before starting and going to further, I would like to thank to Professor Hussain. He is a so senior, so sober, so gentleman person. So really, when one of my research student, Surya Narayan, has given his contact, and we are organizing an international conference here. So this was our, necessary to have 2, 4, 5 professors. I spoke to my friend who are working in America, but in America it is not very easy to get in until person is not coming over here. So I just contact Professor Hussain. So he was so gentle, so nice. Even the midnight, even 1 o'clock, if I give some message, I convey some message. So he have to reply in that connection. So really, so many good people are there. And the one thing which is very, very important, perhaps you all are aware with the new guideline which has been issued in the form of draft UGC guideline for the minimum standard to award the PhD degree 2020. So some of the guideline has came here, and in that guideline, perhaps you have came to know that there is a big scope for the research. Even the professors who attain their 60 years and they are not working no more, they are retired, living their retired life. There is a good hope for them also. They can continue for the research, and UGC will fund them. This is basically, this number is very limited, 100 numbers. But thing is that when some way has been cleared somebody, so number will increase, and it doesn't matter anything that number.
Greatness.
The second important things which I want to discuss with all of you, there is a big challenge. We the professor, we the community who teaches, who give the ways, are just having some assignment in the abroad, and we left the country due to proper place is not here, maybe some good money is not here, maybe some other reason, and the person is going draining from India to when I was young, I also got the opportunity to go to USA, to go to Japan, but I denied it because I was recruited as a Class 1 Group A gazetted officer for a teaching polytechnic in government of NCT of Delhi. On that time, it was not the state; it was only union territory. So, thing is that people are getting a lot of opportunity, but our life is not for the opportunity. Teacher is not for the opportunity. Who say? You go the ancient era, the people, the teachers, the mentors to the king, even not to the student. They are living in the natural way, and they are not spending much on their own. So why today we are so greedy that we are leaving the country? If you go through the book written by Clem, he has just declared and he has narrated that this was the bad luck that we are having only 6 IIT in this country. If we were having 100 IIT in this country, at least 3 of the engineers have to stay in this country to change the geographical, the social and economic condition of this country. This is, I don't know why we are so become so greedy to earn the money. Why? What is in the designation? Maybe I'm here associate professor, they will appoint. But my good friend got PhD from IIT Roorkee, and he was associate professor. He joined there itself after completing the degree. I asked, why not you are coming back to the College of Engineering? Why you joined there in IIT Roorkee? What is there? So he was saying, no, sir, it will take more than 5 years to get the professorship. I got here at the right here only, so I will not come. So this should not be there. This is my humble and very, very respectful regard for that. Sir, nobody is here. Nobody is there to protect your country. You are the only and last hope. You can save this country, and this is the challenge before you, because government is not going to do anything for you, anything for country. They are doing petty business to getting into power. But that's all. This is your country, sir. This is not the Modi country. This is not the any prime minister country. This is your country, and you have to protect all the rights and all the privilege, all the social changes, all the culture, all the arts and everything which are having in our country. So I request all of you that whatever you did it in your past, you did it, but in future things about this country also. I'm not saying that you are not thinking.
Yes, sir, we are noting down, sir.
Pardon, sir?
Yeah, we are noting down the point, and I know your email address, and I can pass on to them. I know their WhatsApp number, then I can pass on them, and I will see that something should have to come out. As you said very clearly that it is not anybody's country, it is our country.
It is the country of the teacher, because teacher makes the country, the student makes the future of that country, and who makes the student? You just go through the BTC here, every student is studying in class 3, class 4, class 5, the teacher that time put the fire inside the heart, Bharat Mata ki jai, Inqilab Zindabad. Who just taught it? Today, if you ask what is the meaning of Inqilab Zindabad, people will not tell. The educated people, even the master degree people will not tell you that what is the meaning of Inqilab. But the little kids studying in 3 class, class 4, class 5, class 6, what they are saying? They are saying that Inqilab Zindabad. Whatever fire had been thrown out by the teachers, in the mind of that discipline, in the mind of Bhagat Singh, in the mind of Chandrasekhar Azad, in the mind of all of the unknown hero of this freedom. They all get excited and they all get collected. They deviated from the path of Shanti and Puja and this is that thing that there were two groups on the time of freedom, Garam Dal and Naram Dal. So they are not following the Naram Dal. They were saying, yes, if we have to free our country, we have to come forward. Chote chote bache, Inqilab Zindabad. So this is the thing that today, if we feel that people are asking us that whether you are Deshbhakt, Deshbhakti is not any test we have to pass. We born in this country. We brought up by this country and we will die for this country. Perhaps you all aware with the deliberation of our late Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee recite in the parliament. This is in Hindi, so I will not use the English for this recitation because the original version was in Hindi. Perhaps you will learn it, perhaps you are understand it. If you are not understanding it, then later on I can, I can explain in English also. So one time in parliament, Atal Bihari Vajpayee recited this quotation that ye Bharat, the India, is not a land. ये कोई मिट्टी की टुकड़ा नहीं है भारत, ये जागता जिंदा इंसान है. यहाँ की नदी नदी गंगा है और कंकड़ कंकड़ शंकर है और हम जिएंगे तो इसी के साथ और मरेंगे तो इसी के साथ और मरने के बाद भी कोई हमारी गंगा में बहती हुई अस्थियों को कान लगा के सुनेगा तो हमारी अस्थियों की राख बहती हुई हड्डियां यही कहेंगी भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की. So sir, this is our own country and we do not have to show the the feeling of patriotism because it is inside. We have praised the country like God. We have praised the country like our mother, like our father, and this country is more than all of the feeling. So I request all of you live for this country. There is beautiful things in the country. You go any part of the world, you go any country, you will not find a single country which is having great nadis, great rivers like Ganga. We say Ganga Mata. You will not find a mountain like Himalaya. You will not find a beach in Marina Beach and Goa Beach and Colombo Beach. Whatever it's not here, flora, fauna, animals, birds, insects, whatever we are having, nobody is having at one go. So visit your country, love your country, live in this country, and grow up this country will all together. I'm really very thankful that so many learned, dignitaries has been collected by Professor Hussain. And I'm really very thankful to Professor Hussain and all of you. Now you are thinking that some young professor from, Petroleum University in Dehradun was also on the board, perhaps
Yeah, just before I saw the person, but again, when I made the second round, his name is disappeared.
Okay.
Yes, he's Anil Kumar Dikshit. He's a Uttaranchal. And next, Dr. Gagan Deep Kaur from University of Petroleum Energy and Energy Studies.
Yeah,
So
energy
I
studies.
think they may join it seems, because she's having the small kids. Perhaps I said, just come and appear. I will give the chance to you for the 10 minutes. Then you can log in and later after your class, after deliberation is over, that you can log off also. But meanwhile, I believe that they are going to join it. But I am very much thankful to the Professor Dr. Yashpal Singh sir for your valuable advice to be an Indian. Born in India and die in India, and of course you may work it, but still we can say Mera Desh Mahan. And another point that I would like to add it is Sare Jahan se Acha Hindustan Hamara. So this is the thing which I want to add it. And then I could see the another Sai Rishita. Do you want to express your opinion on this occasion of the 5th September? That is Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan's birthday. Sai Rishita, are you there?
Yes,
I could
sir.
not see
Good
your...
evening, sir.
Speak.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Could you please speak for some time so that you could Phobia will be over.
Okay, sir. Good evening, all professors who
You
are
say
here.
yourself first. Introduce yourself.
I am D. Sai Rishita, a law student studying second year.
Where?
Happy Teachers Day to all.
Studying second year. Where?
LLB second year, Karimnagar, sir.
Okay, okay, okay.
Proceed.
Happy Teachers Day to one and all. Professors, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Okay, very good. That's Sai Rishita. At least you have opened your mouth, and I'm sure that you spoke now 1 minute. Later on, if you continue it, you can speak for 1 hour. Though nobody could stop you. Unless until they will say, Madam, enough, or clapping would be there. Hima Bindu, I could see it. She is also a student of the final years. I know her, and of the Justice Kumaraya College of Law, Karimnagar. Hima Bindu, could you open it and say a few words? Yes. Proceed. Hima Bindu. Unmute because I could not see your microphone. Unmute. Saw your microphone. Speak. And you know, mute and unmute. I don't know why you are not taking that much because you already heard the online classes several times.
Himabindu, speak.
Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Good evening, all. I'm Himabindu. Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yes. Everybody hearing you. Please proceed.
We are completely hearing you 100%.
Today is Teachers' Day, and the teachers play a very vital role in guiding and preparing the younger generation with the knowledge. And there are some qualities of a very good teacher. And this includes skills in communication, listening, collaboration, adaptability, empathy, and patience. Other characteristics of effective teaching include an engaging classroom presence, value in real world learning, exchange of best practices, and a lifelong love of learning. I thank everyone for giving me this opportunity, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Very good, Hima Bindu, that you expressed your view on the occasion of the Teachers' Day, and you have given TEACHER, the other full form of it, the teacher which consisting of it. Then I could see the Challa Kotaya. Could you unmute and say some few words? Challa Kotaya, also one of the student, my student, and he joined. Challa Kotaya, are you hearing me? You unmute and express your views. I could see your microphone. Challa Kotaya, are you present? Is it difficult to open it? Unmute it. So I believe that he might be facing some problem over there for mute and unmute. That is the reason that he could not open it. But let me take my turn of still the other people will join. Yashpal sir, if you have any other work, please continue it. You can log off. If not, you can hear me that how we are proceedings are going on.
You are proceeding out, it's ending.
Okay.
And I am forced to listen it.
Okay.
The way you are just presenting.
Yeah, please. You can. We need your blessings. We need because we are not that much having the techno savvy, but we are trying to learn it because nobody will learn from the mother's womb. But by what I say, by mistakes we learn the things. But anyway, that trial and error method.
No,
One way and another way.
This is very good, and I'm really very happy to listen at the very short notice that you have arranged this, arrangement, and this is very outstanding that your own students are just speaking out. This is one of the courage which you are showing, and this is the courage that they are having inside the it, what confidence they will boost it through that when the so senior professor like Hussain, like you, like other people, and they are able to speak something. So this is really very, very marvelous. This is very one opportunity which you are providing to your student. Really, sir, salute you. Thank you so much.
Yes, Dr. Professor Yashpal sir, that because if I don't teach at least 1 hour, my food will not be digested. That is another point.
Really, really, you are really very, very good.
Yes, sir. Let me continue it because other people participant will join it. Meanwhile, because anyway that we do have at least in our hand, as far the time factor is concerned. Yes, now because we started it now, we do have at least 25 minutes in our hand. Meanwhile, if any other people join it, then I'll ask them to continue it. But before they come, that let me continue the quotations here. The literary genius. Of course, I read it, I believe. If not, it is a repetition, no matter. It is said, resembles all, though no one resembles him. So that was the thing. And another point, because somebody is waiting in the lobby, they admitted him. Yes. He joined with the, this is a Dr. K. Sachinan Reddy, sir. You join with your rule number, always, halt cut number. 18068L11118 because it is remembered me that it is you. Am I right? K. Sachinarayan Reddy, sir.
Oh, great orator that you know the number also.
Because whenever you join with the number, sir.
Great,
I told
great,
you, please
great.
join with the name. Are you hearing me, Sachinarayan Reddy, sir? Ready, sir? I could see your video on, but I could not see your microphone. Okay, now I'll stop sharing so that I could see you. Oh, yeah, ready, sir. Yes, ready, sir. Still making the arrangement because I could see on the video. You are making still arrangements over there. I could see your video, but you can make it on. Yes, he is Dr. K. Sachinareddy, Reddy, sir, and I will show his slide before he could join and say something. Let me go it back here. Stop sharing, go back. Yes, yes. And here automatically screen off. No, this is here. Settings, Windows Explorer, yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, it is K. Sachinarayan Reddy, sir, that we are waiting and you are still adjusting your video. Now I could see your voice. And please proceed it, sir. Please proceed.
No, so I am waiting. Okay, sir.
Please proceed. Yeah, you can continue it.
Sir.
Yes, you can speak, sir.
To everybody, sir. Respected principal, sir. I'm very happy.
Yes, good evening, sir.
To call and meet speaker. So other respected speakers, I am joined lately because I am quite busy with today some other programs, especially this group so arranging. So, sir,
please.
Most important day today because we can just remember our child days and we can know remember our teachers how they taught us. This is most fortunate that I enjoyed school education, high school education with good teachers who taught me and who gave me the life.
Yeah, the voice disappeared. Dr. Saab, your voice, I could not hear you. Yeah, now we could hear. Please continue it, sir. Now you are hearing you. Please continue. Yeah, you don't on your video because the bifurcated. You off the video and you on the audio. so that your frequency will not be bifurcated. Yes, now you continue. We could not hear your voice. Please speak loudly. Dr. Saab, you switch off your video. You switch off your video because most of the signals will take it more. I say switch off your video.
Sir, only use your audio, sir. Ready, sir? Dr. Saab, you stop your video and then just speak through microphone. That's all.
Because it will not support it. Now you speak, sir.
Are you listening me, sir?
Yes, speak.
Hello.
Speak
Yes, we are
loudly.
listening you. We are hearing you.
Hello.
We are
Okay,
hearing
sir.
you. Sharad Babu, Japan, sir.
Sir, we are able to hear you, Dr. Saab. Please go ahead and if possible, you please stop your video that so that the audio quality will be improved.
Speak, Dr. Saab. Unmute. There was a long gap was there. That's why Dr. Saab forgotten, I believe.
Yes.
Otherwise, he is the number one. Yes, speak, Dr. Saab.
Some disturbance is there, sir.
Yeah, something I think there is.
So ask sir to stop and later give him chance.
Yeah.
After
Let him
your-
say log off and log in so that the call he can join very nicely. Log off and log in. You should say. Challa Kotaya, do you want to say anything? Dr. Saab, you log off and log in. Okay, now you can continue it.
Regarding today, there is a lot of changes, and I saw practically daily change in the primary education side and higher education, high school education side. The relation between student and teacher is a much gap. In my childhood, teacher used to take more care about students. Now also teachers are there to take care, but there is a lot of change. If something is happened, a child scolded, a teacher scolded one child, parents are coming and struggling, and they are just quarreling. Because I am speaking about government schools and corporate schools, of course, that is different issue. There also teacher and student relation just it is not that much disappearing. Only education is like that only. They teach and go. Student has to mug up and write the exam. But in high school, there is different situation. There are two teachers. They want to teach it, but the student side also, teacher side, there is change has come now. And the parents should support teachers. For simple reason, they are coming and they are quarreling with the teachers. How you spoiled my child like that? So teachers also become 90% teachers to teach. The remaining people are, even if we take care about it, nobody is appreciation. Sometimes it is a purpose. Actually, I saw one teacher, is a mathematics teacher, very good teacher. Simply, he asked one girl repeatedly that you are not making up you are weak in the maths. Just take up, you just take trouble to learn something. But that lady, he informed her brother, and that fellow has come, and ultimately SC case book, DEO immediately suspended him. He is a man of, he received award previously, meritorious award and other things. But it's a punishment as given. There, of course, intervened. Like that. So what I say, sir, today there should be radical changes to come. Again, the old days that parents should get, there should be change in the parents' attitude and students' attitude and teachers' attitude. Then only the relation between teacher and student will be there. We can remember my childhood teachers, high school education teacher. Even recently, after long years, I studied in Manar College of Law, where Mohammed Hussain-Happy is principal. So he is quite kind enough that he made everybody, turned everybody to read, study and come out anything. He has taken a lot of after long years, I become student and I faced other teachers, especially our principal. So just latest also I enjoyed. But people along with me, other students are there. Yeah, also I used to say, sir, he's taking so much care. When online in COVID time, he's taking care. Why don't you join? They are just neglected. That has gone. Study has to go. So, sir, today very important. We are just celebrating today. I am Lions Club district chairperson. Today we are going to celebrate, felicitate our teachers, some of the teachers. That is by 7:30 starts. Actually, I attended it the course at Kottaguda. Actually, this time, that's why I lately joined. One program has gone. I have to go for other program. Sir, ultimately, I don't know. I should have listened other speakers' lectures so that I can have interpreted more than. But my opinion is regarding education, there should radical changes to come. Even student teacher ratios very less. Some places. High schools are there. There are only 13, 14 students are there. 11 to 12 teachers are there. So such an imbalance is maintaining. Government schools, I don't know why it's like private education, private everybody. Even a man, a poor fellow also he want to go to corporate school like that, where education side there is a much, but trained teachers are in the government, and government should also encourage the only students who come to the ministers, MLAs, MPs, they are sending to only well. They say so many things, but they don't send children to the government schools at all. How it will fare? And those people are the model to the other people, they will send the children. So now government side means what they are thinking. A child parent sometimes clinic patient will come. I ask you where your child when they brought. They simply he feels to say that my child is in government school. I used to tell them, no, you feel proud that you are sending your child to government school where education will be there. So I used to encourage them. So sir, at this juncture, the government to take care of, and the so-called bureaucrats and politicians, all people they should try to send their children to government schools. Then only more ethics and morals will be valuable in the streets. So you might have seen, I think so, when the time is there not. Yeah, I cannot, there is a lot of thing to speak, but I cannot at this time express. Is not for criticism or anything, but only I suggest, sir, we all should, there are experts in the speakers, I saw their names, their field of study things. So if anything is that we collectively do something that the government, the education, the government system, especially primary school where it starts child education and high school level, we have to get radical change. And we have to see that one should feel that parents should feel, students feel that I am studying in a government institution. We studied in government schools. Yes, sir. So, sir, with this, I conclude my this thing. I express my thanks to our other colleagues because who spoke I did not listen, but especially our Mohammed Saheb. He is the man. I have to just I don't know how his education is his passion, he told. He used to always teach, he also teaching. Even in his Tanzania, there also used to give classes to the PE in our last students who are applying for ABE. So that is his thing. Without asking, he is open his webinar and own experience. Come on, join, learn the things. So that is the teacher quality. At the same time, teachers are students also respond to the such teacher. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you all for your
Yes, Dr. Saab, K. Sachinan Reddy Saab, having the Sarita clinic there in Gataya Center, Khammam. And he's being a doctor that he studied the law, that is the greatest thing. And when I was entering his age, the computer is not accepting. Then I said, okay, what is the last age is there? Okay, keep that enough. So that because when you are loading it in the examination, that exam paper in the first semester in the university exam, it doesn't showing that age. So I said, okay, what is the last you can put it over there, then we'll send it. Doesn't matter because it is only the data sake, the exam. So I appreciate, sir, because of that age also being the other professional, he did it and very much thankful to it that he is having the very much interest now, busy in the Lions Club activity and hence he spared his little time. But and something is better, but other people I could not see it because I saw just now Anil Kumar Dikshit from the Uttarakhand University. Then I did not see that Gagandeep Kaur, but Challa Kotaya, I don't know where you disappeared.
I will.
Challa Kotaya, your microphone is there, but unmute.
Is it only sir?
Yeah, no, I could not see other people. Challa Kotaya, the Yashpal Singh sir, just now he spoke. Hiba Bindu also smokes. Sharad Babu is there. Sai Rishita is there. Already she spoke it. And only 7 members are there. Doesn't matter. It is one member also there. It will be recorded and it will be loaded in the YouTube so that those who are absentee at least could they see them because I invited each and everybody because it is not my function. It is not my birthday. It is a birthday of the Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan birthday and he is said to be dedicated his life.
Radhakrishnan, yeah.
Who is dedicated his life of teaching. And just now before that, one of the speaker has already given over there the best book in the philosophy. I think Yashpal sir only told. The best book in the philosophy when he went to the other country, they said he brought it because he doesn't know who is the Radhakrishnan. And he has given the book to the same Radhakrishnan. Then he saw that who is the author. Then he said, okay, this is the book. So really it is there and he is a Tattva Shastra, they will say in Telugu. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Philosophy.
Philosophy.
See, he wrote great books in philosophy also. Hindu Way of Life, that is the greatest work of him.
Yeah. And because of his turban only we could make it out. He is a Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Am I right?
And in so many places he is called Radha Krishna Panditulu.
But he was awarded with the award of the Britisher by Sir.
Yes, sir. I think he later turned it down, I think.
The university which I am showing you on the screen is it is Professor Yashpal Singh's university and it is very clearly written in the Hindi. Could you read it? What is written on the Hindi on the screen? I magnified it.
Maharishi Dayanand Vishwavidyalaya.
Yeah. Maharishi
Dayanand Vishwavidyalaya.
BSU.
Yeah.
He was the professor there.
Yes, sir.
There is a great quotation on it, sir.
Don't litter.
It makes the world better.
So beautiful. Because Yati Prasa, litter and bitter.
It is relevant to the present day world, sir. Because
yes.
Here, sir told about Ganga.
Yes, sir.
But Ganga is being polluted. It has been already polluted, and it is the time for us to make it clean.
Yeah, you are right. This is another university. That is the MIT World Peace University, and it is how do you pronounce, sir? Kothurud, Pune. Acha, Kothurud, Pune. And from here, Professor Dr. Saurabh Chaturvedi is going to come over there, but I don't know what happened, whether he's on the way or because I told him, please be present. Even my student, it's Vetamari Sri Vidya, advocate and practicing at Khammam and state of Telangana, pursuing their LM at the University College of Law, Osmani University, Hyderabad, 507, and Telangana State, India. She is also not present today, and she is also one of the key speaker. Perhaps she will be more busy in that different activities, it seems. See, please listen to this. This is sent by one of my student. I don't know whether we could see it or not. No, you could not. Let me stop it.
Shukriya, 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 shukriya.
Did you hear the sound?
Yeah.
Or shall I replay? That is sent by one of my student in the form of animation. So now let me go to the another point, yeah, because it is come. Yes. Now I will share it. Stop sharing. Share content. Yes. Let me check it. Where it is gone? Yeah, it is here. But return to the
We
point.
just started. sir.
Yeah. No, stop sharing. No. We should make it. Otherwise, it will not come under the screen. It will, yeah, now it will, both the things are there. Yes, now could he hear?
Just start.
आज जो भी है
Are you hearing the sound?
Yeah.
I'm here, sir.
आपके समर्पण को सलाम शुक्रिया 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 शुक्रिया.
This is sent by one of my students, but I should have to say her name also, Nazima. I believe that you know her.
Sir.
Yeah, this is our another friend is there, Kaveti Srinivas Rao. His office is there, New York. And it is, he is also today not present. Otherwise, his name also be present over there in our things. But let me check it whether any other person has joined it or not. Instead of not joining, they are disappeared. Challa Kotaya, are you present? Sir, bodily present and mentally absent.
Sir, on this great occasion, I want to.
Yeah, please.
Excuse me, sir. Challa Kota went to Kolli Satyanand garu to speak.
But why he kept it on the Challa Kotaya here?
Oh, okay.
Okay, please share your views.
Sir, I want to remember a few names who groomed me or who made me like this, sir. The first primary teacher was, I still remember his name, Prasad Rao.
Very good.
And in the high school, I was able to get tutelage under Jaykant Razu, who taught me the basics in English, and Narsimha Rao, the teacher who taught me English.
Very good.
And some great teachers. Sir, one thing I want to remember, because there was no maths teacher, I became poor in maths.
Okay.
So that shows how the role of a teacher will be in one's life.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता
सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा। जय हिंद।
Jai Hind.